Today I'm going to show you how to make the best sweet potato soup. Going back in the early 1950s, I was about maybe 9, 10 years old. My grandma always say, a pinch of this and a pinch of that. Well, I have here, okay, basil, oregano, parsley, sweet paprika, a pinch, well, more than a pinch of a cinnamon. I have an onion. I have a carrot. I have a tomato. I have a nice sweet potato. I have here some celery that I mentioned, oregano, also bay leaves. Let's start by cleaning up the potato. Now don't worry, a little bit of skin is not going to kill you. Oh yeah, because I'm Italian, a big jalapeno. Big one, isn't it? Only because preference. It is spicy, but if you don't want it spicy, you just leave it out. In the meantime, we're going to cut an onion. We're going to make it in small pieces. Unlike my grandma that had to go down to the field and get a nice bunch of wood to start a fire, because we didn't have the convenience that we have today. And we have here what they call an Instant Pot. This Instant Pot saves you a fortune of money by making your own food, and better than any restaurant that you can possibly think of. So we're going to take all the onions, place in the pot, I have here Himalayan salt, a pinch to make it tasty. And of course, olive oil. Now this olive oil is from Sicily, a little town called Portana. It may be about 900 people living there. But they make the best oil in the world because the olives are picked up one by one by a lot of old ladies that go to the field and they have lots of conversations. Now look, how much olive oil? It calls for 4 tablespoons of olive oil. Well, I don't want fat. Me, I use a 1/2 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons. That's about it. Nothing more. Because we want to taste the food, not the grease. The restaurant recipe calls for a stick of butter. So what I do here, I'll saute. Yes. We have here 3 cloves of garlic, I cut into little pieces. Mix it with the onions. Place it in there. I always use a wood spoon. Okay. Now, I also do a little bit of black pepper. Black pepper does what it does is not that it makes any difference. But I give you those when you have on your dish. You see there's little black spots on your dish, and you say, "Oh, look all the bugs." Alright, so we're going to saute the onions and the garlic for a few minutes. We'll take 1 cup of water. I'll tell you what they call kosher consomme chicken soup. Now, you can go to the garden, pick up a chicken, you can kill it to make your soup. But in this country, we have a convenience. We don't have to go to all that. Somebody else is doing it for us. So I take 3 half teaspoons. Remember that this has the only 15 calories. It does have 970 milligrams of salt, which is sodium. But considering the whole pot, it is not very much. Oh God, the smell of this here, the onions and the garlic and the black pepper. I'm also buying this stuff at Myers, which 1 cup, it's 130 calories. Between that and the soup, we have that. Now, since that has cooked, I am going to put the chicken soup, all the spices, mix all together. 1 cup of this delicious, creamy stuff. Excuse me. Okay? And I put 1 more cup of cold water. Depends on how many people you're doing it for. Okay? Then we take all the celeries. Put the celeries in here. And we'll take this delicious tomato. Now look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 pieces. I think it's 1 too many. I have to get rid of 1.
Hi, who are you talking to?
A video. My boss has just walked in. I have a carrot. Cut into a few pieces. Put in there. Now that's the best part of all. Don't forget, you gotta put a little burnt in there. We need the fire. And the rest of the result, we got now a beautiful sweet potato. Remove all the unwanted part. Don't waste anything. At this point, we're gonna cut the potato. It doesn't matter how many pieces you're gonna make, it just makes no difference. It cooks, and at the end, once we blend everything, put it in there. Make a nice covered and soup. In about 1 hour, we're gonna have the best, the most delicious potato soup that you ever had. See you in an hour.